December 7, 1941. The sky over Pearl Harbor is shattered by Japanese fighter planes, leaving over 2,400 Americans dead in a matter of hours. The world spins into chaos, with World War II swallowing nations whole. Now fast forward to June 2025, and the internet's losing its mind over a chilling fact. This year's calendar is an exact match to 1941. Every single date, every day of the week aligns perfectly. January 1st was a Wednesday then, and it's a Wednesday now. July 4th, a Friday in both years. December 31st, a Tuesday. Is this just a quirky coincidence? Or is something bigger at play? Social media is on fire. TikTok videos are racking up millions of views. Reddit threads are screaming, history is repeating itself. And astrologers are pointing to cosmic patterns that mirror 1941. With plane crashes, wars, and climate disasters shaking 2025, is this year cursed? Are we doomed to relive the horrors of World War II? Or are our minds just chasing shadows? Hey everyone! Kundan Yashputra here with NextGen Now. And today we're diving headfirst into this viral theory that's got everyone spooked. We've researched countless articles, videos, and newspapers to piece together the full story. So let's unravel the mystery of 2025 step by step and figure out if we're really staring down a cursed year. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. Let's start with 1941, the year at the heart of this frenzy. The world was already a mess. Europe was deep in World War II, with Nazi Germany tearing through countries like a runaway train. In June, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, sending over 3 million troops into the Soviet Union in the largest military operation ever. The Holocaust was ramping up, with Jewish communities across Europe facing unspeakable horrors. Death camps like Auschwitz were starting to take shape. Meanwhile, Japan was on a warpath, conquering parts of Asia and eyeing more. Then came December 7th, when they hit Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, in a surprise attack that killed over 2,400 Americans and sank 18 ships. That day dragged the US into the war, turning a regional conflict into a global inferno. By the end of World War II, estimates suggest 70 to 85 million people had died. 1941 wasn't just a year, it was a breaking point. So when people saw 2025's calendar mirroring it, the fear kicked in. But why do these calendars match? It's all about the Gregorian calendar, the system we've used for centuries. It's built to keep our days in line with Earth's 365.2422-day orbit around the Sun. Every 4 years, we toss in a leap day to balance things out. Over decades, this creates a cycle where day-date patterns repeat. That's why 2025 syncs with 1941, 84 years apart. It's pure math, not magic. Calendars have aligned before. 2014 matched 1986, 2003 matched 1947, and nobody panicked then. So why is 2025 hitting so hard? It's because this year feels like it's on the brink, just like 1941 was. Let's talk about 2025. Last month, a plane crash in Ahmedabad, India killed dozens, sending shockwaves through the country. It reminded people of the 1940s when wartime chaos led to aviation disasters. The world's also on edge geopolitically. The Ukraine-Russia conflict keeps dragging on, with fresh drone strikes killing civilians and raising fears of a bigger war. In the Middle East, Iran and Israel are trading missile strikes, pushing the region toward a breaking point. It's like the world's a powder keg, and every move risks lighting the fuse. Then there's the climate crisis. South Asia has been slammed by heat waves, displacing thousands and echoing the resource shortages of the 1940s that fueled global unrest. Tech's another wildcard. AI is growing faster than we can control, with fears it could shake up economies or even warfare. Back in 1941, new tech like radar and early computers changed the game. Today, AI is doing the same, but for our jobs and security. The similarities are hard to shake. Now, here's where it gets really creepy. Astrologers are jumping in, saying 2025's cosmic setup mirrors 1941's. They're pointing to Saturn's transit through Pisces, which they claim stirred up conflict back then. They also note that 2020, the year COVID-19 turned the world upside down, had a calendar similar to 1936, another tense year before World War II. I'm not saying I'm all in on astrology, but when TikTok videos with calendar overlays and planetary charts are going viral, it's tough to ignore the buzz. Let's pile on more coincidences. In 1941, the US was leaning toward isolationism until Pearl Harbor forced its hand. Today, trade disputes with China are pushing countries toward economic isolationism. Back then, fascist regimes were on the rise. Now, populist movements are surging, with far-right parties winning elections in Europe. Even culturally, there's an echo. 1941 had Hollywood propaganda films rallying the public, and today, influencers on X are shaping narratives, spreading fears of war with every viral post. And it's not just the big stuff. Smaller parallels are freaking people out. In 1941, the Olympics were cancelled because of the war. In 2025, the IPL was postponed after the Ahmedabad crash. Economic inequality is another thread. 1941 saw war profiteering widen gaps, and today, global wealth inequalities at a 50-year high. Natural disasters too. 1941 had devastating floods in Asia, and 2025's monsoons have displaced thousands. It's like the universe is leaving breadcrumbs, and we're all trying to follow the trail. So why is this theory exploding? It's our brains doing what they do best, finding patterns. Psychologists call it apophenia, seeing connections where none exist, especially when the world feels chaotic. Think back to 2012, when everyone thought the Mayan calendar predicted the apocalypse. Same energy. But this theory is sticking because 1941 was so catastrophic and 2025 is already a mess. Reddit's obsessed, with threads titled 2025 is 1941 2.0. Look at the signs. They're connecting dots from crashes to wars to cancelled events, building a story that's hard to dismiss. Here's another eerie parallel, 1917. Its calendar was similar to 2025's, and that was the year of the Russian Revolution, a massive upheaval. Could 2025 spark a revolution, political, social, or technological? It's a stretch, but when you stack these coincidences, calendars, crises, cosmic claims, it's easy to see why people are starting to believe. X posts are warning of global turmoil, and TikTokers are saying the signs are all there. It's not just a theory, it's a wildfire. But let's take a step back. The calendar match is just math. Calendars cycle every 28 years or so because of leap years and weekday shifts. 1997 matched 1969, and nobody predicted a second moon landing. The disasters of 1941, Pearl Harbor, the Holocaust, global war, came from human choices, not dates. The astrologers might be onto something with their patterns, but they're not fate. We can't totally dismiss the theory though, not when 2025's events feel so close to 1941's. It's a wake-up call to stay sharp. So, what does this all mean? The 2025-1941 buzz isn't about calendars, it's about us. It's about how we deal with fear, how we face a world that feels like it's unraveling. 1941 showed what happens when warning signs are ignored. Appeasement, aggression, division. Today we're grappling with climate inaction, diplomatic gridlock, and tech risks. The calendar's not cursed, but it's a reminder. We can't sit back. We have tools, diplomacy, innovation, global networks to forge a different path. The question is, will we use them? Every choice we make shapes 2025. Voting for leaders who prioritize peace, cutting our carbon footprint to fight climate change, calling out misinformation on X before it spreads. History isn't a script we're doomed to follow. It's a lesson. 1941 taught us the cost of inaction. 2025 is our chance to write a better story. So what's it going to be? How will we make this year different? That's it for today's deep dive. We spent hours researching articles, videos, and newspapers to bring you the real deal. We're a brand new channel here at NextGen Now, and we're all about sparking curiosity and tackling the world's biggest stories. If this got you thinking, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to join us on this journey. Share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Your support means the world to us. Drop a comment. Do you think 2025's cursed, or are we just seeing ghosts of the past? I'm Kundan Yashputra, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious.